Hello, I'm Costanza Fusco from the All-Campus Makerspace at UMass Amherst, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make an origami Verdi vase. This is a pattern from China and gets a little bit complicated, but it's pretty easy, so it shouldn't be too daunting for people who are just starting out with origami. If you don't have regular origami paper, you can use regular printer paper like this, or even lined paper from a notebook. You just have to make sure that you get a square piece. What you definitely want to avoid is anything that has like a coating on it or is shiny, like, this is kind of almost like wax paper over here. And as you can see, they just sort of ripped. They didn't really turn out. Just too bad. So I'm actually going to start out with this rectangular piece of paper. Again, you want to have a square, but in the event that you're starting out with a piece of printer paper, you can just follow along. So I want to turn this into a square by aligning this edge right here with this edge right here, and then drawing a line that shows where this edge right here ends up. But I want to do this without making a crease, because I don't want to have a diagonal crease in the middle of my paper. So I'm just going to be kind of careful. And you can grab a pen so that you can mark where the edge of the paper goes. And so I'm just going to bring this up here. Make sure that it's aligned, and then just kind of hold down the side of the paper. All right, that should be enough. Doesn't have to go all the way down. All right, so I'm going to flip this over, and I just want to fold right where that line is, all the way across the paper. And it also helps to align these two edges together too, to make sure that it's an even width all the way across. Okay, see how that came out? Pretty close. All right. So as you can see now, I've got this crease right here, and this whole part of the paper is a perfect square. So if you're using a rectangular piece of paper, now you can just go ahead and cut this piece off, which I'm going to do right now. Now that I have a square piece of paper, I'm going to start making the preliminary folds. So you want to have the pattern on the outside, so I'm just going to flip that over. And I'm going to make a fold right here in the middle. Again, try to be as much of a perfectionist as possible, because it'll matter in the end. All right. And I want each one of these sides to be divided into 3 parts. So this is kind of tricky because you have to sort of eyeball it. What I want to do is, when I fold this edge of the paper up like that, I want to make it so that this part of the paper is the same width as this part right here. So I guess that should probably be okay. Just make sure that it's aligned on this edge as well, so that it's not like crooked. It looks about the same size on either side. Okay, so now it's like that. Then I'm just going to flip it, and you can't really see the center crease too well on this paper, but it's right here. I'm just going to fold this edge so that it's aligned with this crease right here. Even I can barely see it. All right. There we go. All right, so now as you can see, there are 3 columns on this half of the paper that are all hopefully more or less the same width. And I'm just going to do that on the other side as well. There we go. Okay, so then what you want to do is fold the first, third, fourth, and sixth columns in half. So just like this. Make sure that it's not crooked. I'm just going to sort of fold this whole sort of crease right there. All right. Right into the center line. Okay, so that's the third column. This is the fourth. All right, so now your paper looks like this. And now what you have to do is just do the exact same thing, but this way instead. So you're going to have columns and rows going across. So you just repeat the same process, just like that. So now your paper should be folded both ways, and it'll look like this. And the next step is to make a pleat in the center of the paper, and you can see that it's already kind of wanting to do that. So you're just going to simply fold these two sides in like this, and just close them in the middle, and then turn it like that, and do the same thing. So you want to have those two center columns right there in the center. All right. It's a little bit harder on this side, so you're bending through more layers of paper. So you might just want to do it kind of one side at a time. And just go like that. All right, so that's done. And I'm just going to flip this over. And there you can see the pleats. And I'm just going to go to the corner of one of these and see if I can get sort of a better angle on this here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these two corners to the center line, just like this. All right, so just fold that corner so that this edge meets up with the center line. Be careful not to tear the paper too much at the top where the point is there. And then do that on the other side. All right, and then I'm just going to open that up and sort of open the pleat just a little bit at the end here with your finger. All right, and hopefully this will sort of fall into place a little bit, but you might need to kind of play around with it. But if you can see what's happening here, the this end of the pleat is kind of opening along those two folds that you just made on the corners. So it's going to kind of come out like a petal or a boat. There you go. Okay. So it should look like this. And you're just going to repeat that step on all four sides of the pleats here. Now that you've repeated the last step on all four sides, you can go ahead and flip this over. And, all right. And I'm just going to fold along this crease right here so that this edge comes to the center, just like that. I'm going to do that right here. And on this side as well. And then once you get to the third and fourth folds on this side and this side, you're going to tuck these corners right here underneath this flap, so it sort of stays put. And that'll help keep this vase closed. There we go. Okay, so don't be worried if it's not perfectly flat. It's going to be a little bit bubbled up. That's okay. But it's already starting to look kind of cool. Unfortunately, here comes the tricky part. So you're just going to, this could probably be a little bit further down there. There. You're just going to turn this over. And you can see where those 4 pleats are still, right? So you're going to very gently pull them out. And you really want to try to avoid ripping the paper here. So just take your time. All right, so there, I've got those 2 pleats right there. I'm just going to kind of gently pull. The first 2, it's always easier. There. It's kind of out like that. Just sort of help the paper along a little bit too. There, just sort of press that back in a little. All right, and then you can just sort of smooth this out a bit so it looks nice, doesn't have any weird bubbles. It's looking pretty good. All right, so this is almost done. I'm just going to make an opening in the top. So I'm going to, if you can see it, this corner right here is going to get bent inside. And I'm going to try not to cave the whole thing in when I'm doing this, because that first corner is hard there. Okay, so you can see how I've bent that. And I'm just going to squish it into place. And you want that to fold all the way up to this corner of each one of those little flaps, so that it goes all the way up to that sort of inner edge of the paper. And you're just going to do the same thing on all the other 3 sides there. It'll get a little easier too as you get along. This one could have come out a little bit better right there. It helps if you kind of bend the end of it down first. Okay. And there you go. And if you want to put like dried or fake plants in there or something, you can just put in some gravel or marbles and it'll hold. There you go.